I have to see them, and if it's a family member, I have to actually touch them before my mind, they're gone. I don't like close coffins because I don't accept that the person's gone.
Both my grandparents, they were the closest, like that I actually remember. They just died recently over the past.
And that's just as hard and very hard.
Boy, those floors are really weak if they're on top.
It's being good. It is. It's a nice, amazing roof, isn't it?
Look at this big crack, Jocelyn, right here. My God, this timber looks like it's about ready to break. When were we here? 9 years ago, the first time?
Yes, that's right.
I was here on that.
It had just been uncovered about 2 years before. I can't see.
Looks mighty.
I shouldn't stand underneath.
No, I don't think so. Anybody's
Okay, I shouldn't stand exactly on that.
Well, I think this brace right here, when they hold it, these braces.
Others have rather strange things, such as this one behind me. It's a Venetian window. It has a round head and a two flat pieces on either side. And if I point to the center of it, it's like extraordinary. I suppose it's relatively easy to understand the house might get knocked about a bit, altered a bit, and that by digging in the foundations, you can find evidence of how it was originally designed and what it was meant for. But there are some houses where you simply can't believe your eyes. Our next visit takes us to a place near this, the house called Wingfield College, where the surprises aren't so much in the cellars as in the fabric of the house itself. It looks for all the world like some elegant late 18th century building with its fine symmetrical facade. But there's something obscurely wrong about it. Here's Matt Dowdy, freelance historian, to tell us about the riddle behind the smiling exterior.
This is Wingfield College. It's the home of Ian Chance, and he has used this as a home for the arts, a whole variety of activities which go on here. And as you can see, it's got an 18th century facade. It has a triangular pediment stretching up onto the roof. It has sash windows, there's a fine door casing behind me with all the classical motifs on it, and it has 2 Venetian windows. But the proportion of all this makes one suspect that other things are happening behind this 18th century veneer. And where the whole of the frame is extended in this long range of 120 feet, one would really expect to have a more compact elevation of the more typical 18th century house.
So it looks on the face of it a pretty standard sort of building, an off-the-peg model of 18th century elegance, albeit with a slight anomaly in its proportions. But it's the windows that give the game away.
Well, although the proportion of this building is really rather curious, when we come to the windows, we find that even stranger things are happening. There are 19 of them in all. In fact, one of them has beams running through it, and 4 are completely blind with no light coming through them whatsoever. Others have rather strange things, such as this one behind me. It's a Venetian window. It has the round head and the 2 flat pieces on either side. And if I point to the center of this, Isn't that extraordinary? The outside shape is totally different from that from the inside. Well, let's go and have a look inside this house.
Inside the front door, the first impressions are, well, pretty impressive. Once again, it seems a model of 18th century stylishness, all panelling and arched niches. But Matt Dowdy knows there's much more to it behind all this apparent 18th century authenticity.
But when we get inside here, we've got a real surprise, because this is certainly not 18th century. We have all these timber joists stretching across and forming what looks like a corridor or a medieval cloister. And right at the very end there of the corridor, we do see what appears to be an outside window at one time. This is really rather strange. A cloister walk is quite exciting, especially when we find it behind an 18th century facade. But just come and have a look at this. So this is the Great Hall, and this explains so much about those odd proportions that we saw when we were looking at the 18th century facade. It's an 18th century building which is encasing and has been modernised in the 18th century onto a very much earlier timber frame building. And then this building itself tells us quite a lot about itself, just by the shapes and the positions of some of these timbers that we get here. I think one of the things that dominates it is this great big tie-beam with all its mouldings which runs across. That itself is a modernisation. It's a 15th century modernisation, because there's something a little bit older which is even above it. And what we are standing in is a hall of the late 13th or very early 14th century, so let's say about 1300, of an aisle. So it's an open hall right the way through to the roof, and it had aisles. And where we have the tie beam coming across, these posts which come down with their trusses joining it would originally have come right the way down, supporting it like columns, so that we have a central area and then two aisles on either side. We know it's 13th century because right up at the top, above our tie beam, there is another timber piece which stretches over, and that's called a collar. And rising from the collar is a king post, a solitary post that runs up towards the ridge, and the moulding on that is datable to the early 14th century, or this very late 13th century date. And in front of me here would have been the death where the lord of the manor, one would have expected him to have actually been seated here, and that beyond him it would have gone into a range which is the solar range, where the retiring chambers would have been probably added on over a period of time before they were all sort of encased under this 18th century facade.
Now in the studio we have with us Matt Dowdy, our buildings expert, and Ian Chance, the owner of Wingfield College, who's a lecturer at Norwich College of Art. Ian Chance, you bought this in 1971. Why on earth did you get involved in such a strange building?
I'm a victim of my curiosity, actually. And on seeing the house for the first time, couldn't probably understand it and had to go further in order to solve the mystery, bought the house and proceeded to work on it.
It was not exactly a little semi-attached for a college lecturer, right?
Well, the building had a fascination for me which I couldn't resist, and on undertaking a survey and on the 10 years of restoration work put in there, we discovered that behind the facade was Wingfield College.
You pulled all this down?
Yes, yes.
Now, we heard that it was originally a college. What did it involve?
Well, it was what was called a secular college. Most education at the medieval time was of monastic foundation. And here we actually had an individual, Sir John de Wingfield, and many other medieval people of his ilk did the same sort of thing. They founded this college mainly for educational reasons, sort of allowing people with a particular vicinity to come to and receive a reasonably good education, making them, taking them either into the church or into any other activity, but also for their own self-esteem in a way, that by being benefactors in this form, they might possibly be buying themselves an extra sort of a quicker way into heaven. The college itself became something of a bonus.
In a way, if history had been different, this could have been another Cambridge, because Cambridge itself has started as one college and two or three.
Exactly. The firm, the college, both sort of in its way that it operated and its appearance would have been very much like a Cambridge college.
And now, Ian Chance, you're bringing history around full circle, because you've turned it back into a college of art. What do you do there?
Well, we hold concerts and recitals, talks, poetry, films, special events, in fact a full range of arts and music.
Now, why did you want to see this splendid old building become once again a very secular college?
Well, the building itself is immensely suitable, and really, as an artist, I want to share my joy in the arts with as many people as possible.
And you just couldn't resist it?
I'm, in that sense, in the grip of history.
Well, thank you very much indeed, gentlemen. And for any of you at home who might also be in the grip of history, I should say that Wingfield College is open to the public on the afternoons every weekend from Easter to...
Still several in there.
It's all set.
It should be all set. That's ours, it should be.
Oh, yes, yeah, that's the point of the type case over there. There's the wall. It's unknown now. Come in. Let's turn up the storm there.
Yes.
When we got on the lunch time, after lunch, within a few minutes, I was going to get you off the bus and show you to say next time that Derek goes for a high-class English countryside development. Just the way they have it set up, it was through a little semi-park.
And we're coming back. The day that we do some.
Hey, Mom, come sit down for a minute. I think that's
That's all right.
He doesn't want you to sleep back there.
Right.
not in homes.
It's a mulberry bush.
What? I have no idea.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know a mulberry bush. I keep thinking that we have
Okay.
to.
Yeah, she's
There he is.